Where be your treasure?
Hey everyone, it's Pastor Travis again coming to you with episode 8 of my devotion series, Just Jesus, where I've been talking about Jesus' famous Sermon on the Mount. And today Jesus is going to be talking about treasure, real treasure. In Matthew 6:19 through 24, Jesus says three things about treasure, or like more specifically, what we choose to value and what we're really working for. He says, don't lay up for yourselves treasures on earth where moth and rust destroy and thieves break in and steal, but instead lay up eternal treasures in heaven where they will always be kept safe. Then he says that the eye is the lamp of the body because it allows in the light so we can see things more clearly. And then he compares God with money, and he sets them both up as potential treasures or masters. And he says no one can really serve two masters because they'll either love one and hate the other, or be devoted to one and despise the other. Now, I know these three things can seem somewhat unrelated, but they really aren't, because the way Jesus puts them together says something significant about what we value and how we should value it. Like first, he challenges us to reconsider what we truly value and what we truly treasure. Our homes, our families, our money, health, wealth, Netflix. And he's like alluding to this idea that some things that we value have eternal significance, while others are probably only temporary. Homes get destroyed. Families break apart. Money gets spent or wasted. Our health, just like beauty, is fleeting. And Netflix is probably going to be bought by Disney soon. Nah, just kidding. So just like what Jesus has been saying through this whole sermon so far, it's not really what we value as much as it is the way we value it. Which is why he says the whole thing about the eye being the lamp of the body, because what we treasure inevitably comes down to how we see things. And if we put all these valuables at the top of our priority list, then we have to realize that they're going to fail us at some point. But if we always keep eternity in mind, then all these treasures will fall into the right order, which will then only serve to enhance our eternal rewards. Like take our homes, for example. Our homes are a blessing from God. I love my house. They keep us warm in the winter. They keep us cool in the summer. They contain a lot of the things I love. They're supposed to make us feel safe. But if home improvement becomes my top priority and my only security and satisfaction in life, then I probably missed something. Or take my family, for instance. I love my family. I love them dearly. But if I just become consumed with their well-being as my ultimate security and all-satisfying top priority in life, it's not going to work out. Spouses die. Kids grow up and leave. They have their own lives to live. So Jesus is saying how we treasure these things is what really matters, or that I see these good gifts in the right light, that we see our homes and our families and our health and our money, and yes, our entertainment too, as valuable gifts that are meant to glorify God. And if we do it that way, then their temporary value becomes something that will reap eternal benefits. But if we fail to see these things in the right light, we're just going to become angry and frustrated, because the truth is we'll never be completely satisfied with temporary treasures, which is why we're always striving for more. More money, a better house, a better body, a freer lifestyle, a more well-adjusted family, or a more satisfying hobby. Which is also why Jesus inevitably says that we can't really serve two masters or make two things our top priority, because one will always win out over the other. So what are you really working for? Do you spend your life working to make more money, to buy more temporary treasures, or do you spend your life using God's valuable gifts to point others to the eternal value of God's kingdom? Because you can't have it both ways. You can't serve both God and money. Jesus said that. Jesus says wherever your treasure is, there your heart will be also. So we need to live our lives in such a way that will gain for us the greatest security and the greatest satisfaction. And both of those inevitably come from seeing our lives from an eternal perspective.
Where be your treasure?
I hope this has helped you today to maybe reconsider some of our top priorities, or at least see them in a new light. Thanks for watching. I'm Travis Taylor, and that's Just Jesus.